Welcome to the inaugural edition of Iniquity's Party Pit. I'm your host, Crypto Schmipto, and today we're going to be going over an original strategy. This one is for the meth heads, the speed freaks, and other action junkies that got to keep themselves busy all the time. It's got a lot going on, a lot of moving parts. Basically, we're going to be running both positive and negative progressions on each individual box number 4 through 10. And I like to call it the Caribbean Dance Party. It's actually broken into 3 sub strategies that are a lot more manageable. I have the Brigo 410. I have the Belafonte 5-9 and the Burning Spear 6-8. And I'll go over those strategies individually at other times. Just to break them down, because this is going to be a lot, but I just want to kind of show you the overview of how they all work put together, and we're going to do a little bit of play testing, and I'm going to explain as we go. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them as soon as I can. So where we're going to start is we got a $5,000 bankroll. I got 3,000 in yellow chips, got 1,000 in black. I got another 3 here that I'm using to hold this paper down. 500 in green. I have 180 in red and 20 in blue, which is my $1 chips. We're going to be tracking it on this little notepad. You're going to need to track this. Trying to keep all this in your head, especially once things start, different numbers start to get higher up, and all of a sudden they change. You're going to want to track it. So I got a little paper here, and I got 6 columns: 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to make little marks and bet amounts here, and I'm going to explain this a little bit later. And, you know, it never hurts to have a little cheat sheet. All right, so we got the 4 and 10, the progression. These are based on a Fibonacci progression, going from 10 to 720, and their payouts. We have 5 and 9 progression, which is also a Fibonacci, going from 10 to 890, and their payouts. We have the positive progression for the 6-8, which is also Fib, and it goes from 12 to 1068 with their payouts. And the 6-8 is a little bit different. On the negative side of that progression, it actually goes to a straight martingale. And I got that from 12 all the way to $3,072 bets with their payouts. Although I don't think we're going to get to $3,072, but you know, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And try to do math at a busy craps table when you've just lost, you know, $768 or $1,536. Can be a little stressful. So let's have this stuff ready and easy to find when you're at the craps table if you want to take this sucker on. This is a psychopathic mother. But it's really fun once you get it down. And we're gonna roll it out here with real dice. I've done this in the app. This is my first time rolling it out with a real dice. And we're going to see how it flows. It's probably going to be a little bit of halting here and there, but we'll work through it. And so let's go ahead and get started with the explanation. Okay, I'm gonna put this aside. All right, so it's based on a $10 table, and for this strategy, with all the moving parts and all the progressions, you're gonna want to have this $5,000 bankroll on a $10 table. I know what that's crazy, but nope, that's what you're gonna want, because it can get, if the seven keeps coming and your number, and you got a number that just disappeared, you want to give it the absolute best chance for it to get back, because you don't want to bankrupt, and there's no reason to really bankrupt unless the table is just absolutely crazy and you make mistakes. So that's why we want to have the cheat sheet. We want to have a tracker so that we can keep track of this stuff as we go. And yes, you can take a notepad and a pencil or a pen to a craps table. You might get looked at sideways, but doesn't matter. You're allowed to have it. It's not an electronic device. And I know several people that do this, including Charlie from DGE. He uses it religiously. All right, so we're going to start out with 64 across. 4. This is what I'm calling the neutral bet on each of the numbers. Okay, you have the minimum bet on a $10 table. It's 10, 10, 12, 12, 10, 10. Now, when I roll the dice, if I win, then I'm going to go into the first stage of the positive progression on the number that is rolled. So on a 6 and 8, that first level is a same bet. On the 5 and 9, it's also a same bet. And on the 4 and 10, we're going to go up $5, so to a $15 bet. Now, if I win, like say I rolled a 6, I want to put a little dot here. Okay. If I roll it again, I'm going to put a little plus sign. That means I've got more than the minimum bet out there. Now, if I roll a 7 next, then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to write down the amount in the next level of progression. So here is a 15. This is a 10. This one I hit this so I don't put anything, and I'm just going to repeat the minimum. I'm going to go back down to the minimum bet. So if it's blank, you put the minimum bet. Here, this is going to be a 12, a 10, and a 15. So once I got that, because it doesn't take very long to do that, I'm just going to say this all I got cleared away, and I put it back. It's basically going to look like that. That's all you're doing. So you're going to be 64 across. You're going to be $74, and just tell the dealer you want 15 on the 4 and 10. It can get more complex when you got different amounts later on in the game, but it'll all work out. So what is this progression? All right, on the 4 and 10, it's the same progression whether I'm winning or losing. Okay, if I win, I go. The next step is 15, 25, 40, 65, 105, 170, 275, 440, and 720. When I get to the $65 level, that's a good time to take some profit. Excuse me, the 105 level. You want to go ahead and take some profit. You can do that in a number of ways. You can reset back down to the minimum bet and collect all of it and all the profit on that, all the profit that was sitting on that number. You can just same bet it and take one level of winnings. if you win the 105, when you win that 105, you're going to collect $207 and put that right in your rack. But if you reset, then you're going to collect was it right at $300 and put that in your rack. But then you only got a $10 bet out there. Sometimes you might want to do a combination of the two, like maybe the first time you first number that hits that level and wins is you're going to collect it and reset, and then the next ones you can just same bet them. On the 5 and 9, the first level is a same bet 10, then 20, 30, 50, 80, which is where you're going to lock in some profit, whether you reset or same bet. And you can also just maybe you want to do something in between, like go back to 30, or go back on the 4 and 10, go back to the $40 level, and just instead of starting all the way from scratch, that's fine. Just the main thing there is that level you want to try to rack some profit. Okay, so after the $80 level, we got 130, 210, 340, 550, and $890. Let's see. And yes, I've gotten it even after resetting back to the base bet. I've gotten it up to $340. So if you catch a number of fives, a large number of fives, which can happen, or 5s and 9s, or 6s and 8s, or 4s and 10s, you can really rack up some dollars. Okay, on the positive side for the 6 and 8, I'm going to start with 12. If that wins or loses, you're going to go to 12 again. If it wins again, 24, then 36, then 60, then 96. 96 is your magic number on the 6 and 8. Beyond that, you have 156, 252, 408, 660, and 1068. Now, the 6 and 8 are a little bit different because if you lose the 6 and 8 from the minimum bet point, it's gonna have a negative progression that is a straight martingale. So from $12, the first time you lose, you're gonna go back with $12. Second time, 24, then 48, 96, 192, 384, 768, and I've never gotten past the 768 on either the 6 or 8. But I have them written down just in case. And after 768, we have 1536 and 3072, just in case. But personally, when I've run this in practice, I've not gotten past the 768, and that was a crazy one. Alrighty. So let's put this back here. We're not gonna run it out too long, but we're gonna go through a few hands here just to see how it flows and give you an idea of how I run it. So get some dice. All right, let's go with the 6s because I don't like all those 1s. All right, and the dice are out. Here we go. We roll. And we got a 5. Okay, so I'm going to mark a 5 here. And then we're going to take a win of $14. Stick that over here. All right, So we've marked that. We got one win there. So let's go roll again. 9. All right. 5s and 9s hitting. That pays. $14. Keep stacking. 6 pays. $14. Let's mark the 6. So far, so good. Stack that. A yo does nothing. Notice these bets are always on. There's only one time they're going to be off, and if we come to that, I'll show you. If we don't, then I'll explain it at the end. 6. All right. So 6, I'm going to put a little plus. I want to collect my $14. I'm going to rack 2, and I'm going to press. All right. Now, if this loses, I'm just going to go to the minimum bet, just like when I started. And I'm not starting a progression from the loss. I'm just going to reset it down to the minimum and give it another chance, because this is all profit. I'm good. 6. All right. 6 pays. Let's go ahead and get some green going in here. I'm going to do 30 for 2 because it pays 28. Stack that there and that there. I don't have to mark anything else. Once I've got it up above the minimum bet, I'm done. This is just to let me know where I was, in the roll with that number. All right, 7 out. Okay, so we're gonna come and collect all this. Put this over here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do real quick. Okay. So this, I know it's 15. This has got mark. This has got a mark. I don't put anything there, so that's just a minimum bet. This is going to be 12 because that's the first step in the 8 in negative progression, and this is also going to be a 15. So I'm going to grab some chips here and put 15, 15, 10, 10, 10. 10. There we go. All right. So here we go. We're gonna keep it working. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's no roll, thank God. Well, that was a 6 over here in the rack, in the banker's rack. Okay, we got a 4. So what we're gonna do is we're going to, first of all, we're gonna get paid, and that pays 27. So I'm going to go ahead and pay it as 30 for 3. 3. Oh, come on. And then we're going to rack $5 off the top and reset it back down to its minimum, and we're gonna cross through it. That doesn't count as a hit. So if I lost right now, the next bet would go back to 15. If I hit it again, then I put a little plus here and it just goes back to 10. There's a 7. Okay. So we didn't make a whole lot of progress there. So this goes back to 15. Yeah, that's 12, not 15. This goes to 10. This goes to 12, 24, 10, and 25. All right. All right, so we got 15, 10, 12, 20, 10, 5, and there we go. Here we go, we roll. We got a 4. Another 4. Another 4 first off bat. You know, I probably should mark this stuff. There we go. It doesn't really matter because all our bets are always working. It doesn't matter what the point is. All right, so we're going to go with 25, 27. I'm going to rack $5 and reduce, tell a dealer to reduce it back down to 10. We got that crossed out on our tracker. 2 does nothing. 9. All right, so we're just going to cross it out. It's a same bet level here, so I don't have to do anything there. Let's go ahead and get paid. There's $14. Just in case you can't see it in the camera. There you go. Put that there. That there. All right, 6. It's going to get paid $14. We're going to cross it out. And that way we know we've hit it. And it resets back, you know, resets all the counters. All right, there's a 4 again. 4 is going to pay 18. 15, 16, 17, 18. And this time, we're going to press it and put a little plus. It's pressed up to 15. It's really a half press. And press it to 15 and mark with a plus. So this time, if I roll an ugly number, instead of it going to 15, it only goes back down to 10. There's an 8. Oh yeah, we wanted to hit that 8. Actually, I had too much on that 8. Dealer would have caught that and handed me that money back. And that's going to pay 20, 5, 28. Let's go put that up, and then we're going to say, dealer, reduce me back down to 12. And I say, yes, sir. And there you go. All right, and we'll go ahead and mark through that 8 so we know we hit it. And there's a 7. All right, so the only numbers we didn't hit that time were the 5 and the 20 and the 10. Okay, so we're gonna do things. You don't have to worry about that one. Here we're gonna make this 20. This is going to 12, 12, 10, and 40. All right. 10 there, 20 there, 10, 10, 10, 3 and a quarter. And then caps on the 6 and 8. Gotta change the dice. Ooh, look at all them 6s. I don't like that. Let's see. Alright, let's go with, let's try to hit that 10. So let's do that. Alright, so here we go. We roll. Oh, points off. And back on that 4. Alright, so it's going to pay us 18. 15 plus 3 is 18. And we're going to put a little plus. Boom. And we're going to go back up. We're going to go up by 5. All right, we got 3. Oh, there we go. 6 pays. Let's do 15 for 1. And it's going to cross out that 12 there. 8. We'll pay 15 for 1. Cross out that 12. See if we can hit this 10, huh? 8 again. I'm going to put a little dot saying we hit the win progression. And that's going to pay 18 or 15 for 1. 5, okay, very good. 20 is going to pay 28, and we're going to reduce it back down to 10. There's an 8 again. Oh, let's go ahead and cross out the 5. It's going to get a plus. So it's going to pay 14. And we're going to press it up. Press that 8. Full press. And rack $2 of profit. Bam! Hit the 8 again. Beautiful. Okay, that one's going to pay 28. Let's go. There's 20. 5, 28, and we're going to press it again by another $12. And this time we're racking $16 in profit. And I guess we can color that up a bit. 30. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Okay. So 30 and 6 for the cat. 7 out. Okay. So how we do? Okay. Well, this we moved. This one goes back down to 10. This one goes to 12. This one we leave blank, so it goes back to 12. This one, the 9 is going to go to 20. And the 10 is going to go to 65. All right. Okay, so let's grab a stack of chips. 10, 10, 10, 10, 20. We'll need 3 there. And we'll go. All right, so we got, oh, wait a minute, I need one more. So we got 65 on the 10, 20 on the 9, and we need caps for the 6 and 8. Then 10, 10, and 10. All right. All right, points off. Doesn't matter. Let's get some new dice going. And let's go with the. Let's go with 3-2. Here we go. 4. Okay, 4. We hitting some 4s now. All right, so it's gonna pay 18. I'm gonna press it for 5, and we're at $13. 2 does nothing. 2 back to back. Oh, off the table. Same dice. $10. There's that dang 10. Good thing I let that dice go off the table. All right, so 65 is going to pay us $126. So we'll go ahead and get it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 125. 126. I'm going to drop this back down to 10. Put all this back in our rack. So that's $175 plus another $6. We'll set that right over here. And we can cross out the 65. All right. And there's a 2 again. And there's 5. Cross out the 10. Get paid 15. 1. All right. And we got the 9. That's good. All those ones that were up above the minimum bet, we've been able to resolve them back down, so that's always good. There's 25, 28. And we're going to take $10 off the top, so we only got $10 on the 9 now. All right. Let's go. Hit the 5 again. All right. That's good. So that means we're going to put a little dot. And I'm going to get paid 15 for 1. Ooh, there's a 4. Okay, that pays 27. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and pay that green. 2 $1 chips. And then we're going to drop this back down to a 10. I don't know why. No, I'm not. I'm going to press that because we already hit it once. I think that was the point, wasn't it? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. When you're always working, it doesn't matter what the point is. Every roll's a come out. You just don't want to see the ugly number. That's all. So, okay. So we got a $25 4 now, and that's on the positive side. That's a win progression, 25. So that's just up there to make me money. There's a 6. All right. Cross that out. And that pays 15 for 1. I'm starting to rack up some chips here. Let's see. We'll call this, after this roll, we'll call it good. Let's go ahead and 6. Let's put a little dot there for that 6. That's going to pay another 15 for 1. See, you get this strategy when the table's kind of choppy or cold. It kind of keeps you around. You know, it's like it's just kind of building those numbers up to when you, as soon as you hit those numbers back, you know, you get all your money back plus profit. There's 5. Ooh, I'm gonna press it this time because there's a little plus, and that's gonna pay 15 for 1. I'm gonna press it by 10 to a 20 and put 5 in a rack. Yeah, and then when you get these long rolls like this one, that you're hitting a bunch of box numbers, then it just goes crazy. Starts building up really fast. There's a 4. We like that because I got $25 on there, and that's gonna pay me a green and 3 reds. And we're gonna take these 3 reds, put them right there, and make that a $45 4, and put another green chip in our stack. We liking that. We liking that. All right, here we go. We got a 5. Okay, so 20 is going to pay 28. That's 25 and 3. And we're going to take that to a 30. So we're going to take 15 off the top and put 30 back, 25 back there. And now we got a $30 5, and we're racking $18. This is why I like this strategy. Boom, back on that 5. Yeah, baby. Okay, so 35. Let's see, 35 pays. Oh, excuse me, 30 pays 42. All right, so 25, 40. Actually, I think I shorted myself on the last one by $5. I only gave myself 3 red chips, so we're gonna take care of that right there. And then so that's 40, and then 2. And we're gonna take this 5 off. Take that 5 to 50, and we're gonna rack $22. And there's a 7 out. All right, so we're gonna lose all this. It's okay. We'll get over it. Because we're gonna count up and see where we landed after only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 7s. I don't remember what that was, but that's okay. Okay. Let's put this away. So it's 5 short little hands. Okay, so let's just take care of this first. We got 1, 2, 3, 3,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's $4,000 there. Didn't even touch it. Didn't even have to touch my $100 chips. Okay, that's 4,000. Set that there. I got another 300 in black. Let's check our greens. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, boom. That's 500. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. 300. 1, 2, 3, 4. 400. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 500. That's not too bad. So this was 4,000. That's 500. That's 4,500. And that's 5,000. That's my buy-in. All right, here is all profit. It's a nice little profit, I think. It's good. Count this up. Got some big stacks here. There's at least, it's probably close to 300 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 25, 50, 75, 100. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 1, 2. It's 200. Okay, 250. Let's see what we got over here. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's get these over here so we know you can see them. Okay. Oh, that's 100, 200. Okay, let's see. 250. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 20, 25. That's 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 275, 280, 285, 290. Not too bad. Not too bad. You know, that it started a little slow, but you know that last hand picked up. You know, there's nothing wrong with just turning around. Let's go take a break. We just made $290. And it didn't take us very long to do it, and so we like that. You know, sometimes you know that's the thing with this system. Sometimes when the table's not going very well, you know it'll sit there. You can keep going around a little bit because you got enough bankroll to weather the storm. I mean, you know, it's a Caribbean dance party, so occasionally there's some hurricanes, and you want to be able to weather the hurricanes and batten down the hatches. And you need a bit of bankroll to do that. But once that hurricane's over, it's time to party, and we're gonna do it Caribbean dance party style. And so, thanks for joining me. If you enjoy this video or enjoy this strategy, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you have any questions, drop me a comment. I'll be happy to answer anything that I can. All right. This is Crypto, and take the money and run.